set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Southern California. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First carry for a former legend, it's Herschel Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Again, it'll be Tomlinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for New England. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. 20.
There it is.
10.
There it is.
5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson and Waller taking it in over the middle. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. To throw again is Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the interception, here's Griffin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Right side
you don't like
this
this.
Is Gates. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. And Antonio Gates, 37 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Chargers 17. Patriots nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light.
And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
Showtime today, baby.
Touchdown, Allen.
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist, no stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check, I'm all my sauce. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt.
All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Set to go. Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Here's Michael Vick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. but it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Vick now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That throw by Vick incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Vick to throw on fourth down. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
At the 32-yard line.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. A first down carry by Elliott. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Chargers' 26-yard line.
Vick readies to throw. Pass incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's Lorenzo Neal, and he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Steps away to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. Gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 30.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. They find some open field here. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Big play coming here, it's third and goal. They'll try and run, Tomlinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. You got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try moving on and getting field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On third down, it's Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Vick. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Griffin. Gonna throw outside here, complete. And he's gonna have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
To throw is RG3. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Griffin to throw. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve unnerve him a little bit? Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again? Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Griffin. Flushed out right. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there's absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there out of the running game. 37 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 8.
Here's Vic.
At the Chargers 24.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Elliott.
Complete.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a pickup of 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
2nd and 12. At the 17-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 3rd down, Vic. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Tomlinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And his This defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On third down, Griffin. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. On 2nd and 7, Vick looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Michael Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Vick.
42-yard line.
Vick loses the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They go again to Tomlinson. He'll have
Here we
a first
go.
down
Here we
inside
go.
the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Vick. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
She right got me.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Party going up.